I could give him a hug. I could carry him around. We would be buddies. If Alwalkeria was still alive, we would be buddies. That's all I'm saying. Hey everybody, it is Coby Thanks here, and today we are going to do our second video of my dinosaur series, where I basically just talk about a dinosaur for like 10 to 15 minutes. And today I chose a kind of lesser known dinosaur named Alwalkeria. Lesser known by less like popular in media, and we just don't know that much about it, just because I think it's interesting. The name Alwalkeria comes from the paleontologist Alec Walker, who it was named after. Alec Walker did not discover it, but he was well known at the time, and the person who did name and discover it, Sankar Chatterjee, named it after him. Initially, they did name it Walkeria malariensis. I probably screwed that up. I don't know how to pronounce it, and Google wouldn't tell me. In 1987 by Chatterjee. It was renamed in 1994 by Chatterjee and Ben Chrysler. They renamed it because it turns out that there was some other thing in science named that exact name, which is kind of crazy, but I don't know how things were back in the 1980s, so they're just having a good time. So obviously, Alwalkeria is after Alec Walker, and then malariensis is a reference to the Mallory Formation in India, where the fossils were found. So, like I said before, Alwalkeria was discovered by Sankar Chatterjee in India in 1987. Unfortunately, only one specimen has ever been found. It includes the front of both the upper and the lower jaw, 28 bits of vertebrae, most of a femur, and part of an ankle bone. Since there's such little evidence of it, a lot of the stuff we know about Alwalkeria is conjecture or based on similarly sized and built dinosaurs like Eoraptor, which has a very similar skull and jaw. However, both Alwalkeria and Eoraptor are classified as theropods, while some experts dispute this and want them reclassified. The most anyone can really seem to agree on is that the Alwalkeria were early lizard-hipped dinosaurs. Alwalkeria lived in the late Triassic period. If you're familiar with the Mesozoic era, you know that this was the first of three periods: Triassic, Jurassic, and then Cretaceous. During the Triassic period, the Earth looked different in just about every way than it does today. First of all, the continents were all still combined into one massive supercontinent, referred to as Pangaea, and it was all really dry and arid, and there were way more deserts than there were today. And in later times, like the Jurassic and then the Cretaceous, there weren't as many inland seas, there weren't as many lakes and rivers, and all the ocean was outside of Pangaea, and so the middle of it became just a giant desert wasteland, basically. Like, obviously there were some lakes and stuff, but for the most part, it was all very dry. Near the end of the Triassic, when I keep mispronouncing it, when Alwalkeria would have been alive, plate tectonics did start to pick up and shift, starting the separation that would be seen Jurassic, Cretaceous, basically every other time period after this. The continents are no longer just one. But yeah, the exact location of the fossils is found in southern India, and the site is actually suspected to be the location of an ancient lake. So while most of the world was very, very dry, it seems that Alwalkeria at least spent some time like around water, which he needed to do to live, so that's not really surprising. And based on the fossils that we have, one of which being a femur, which is generally the touchstone of sizing dinosaurs that we don't have complete skeletons of, we know that Alwalkeria was very small, about the size of a cat, or like a small dog, or a large rabbit. I could go on with that, but I think that gets the point across. He was about like this big. I could give him a hug. I could carry him around. We would be buddies. If Alwalkeria was still alive, we would be buddies. That's all I'm saying. It had a little jaw full of sharp teeth meant for biting and slicing through meat, as well as teeth made for chewing and grinding. Which brings most to the conclusion that Alwalkeria didn't eat only meat or only plants, but instead was an omnivore, like humans. That's just where the comparison ends. We are both omnivores, and that's the cutoff. Completely different in every way. You know, mammals, lizard, bird things, dinosaurs. Yeah, not the same. The lack of fossils and different fossil locations does keep us from fully understanding how and where it lived, so we can't tell if it lived or hunted in packs or on its own, and we really can't tell much more about how this dinosaur lived, but hopefully someday we'll be able to find more fossils and understand it more. As far as feathering, if it really is a very early theropod, then it's likely had some kind of feathers, or at least like strand-looking things. But like I said, there's only that one fossil, and there's no evidence of them being theropods or having feathers. So it's really difficult to kind of tell that. This video is a bit shorter. I didn't realize how little research I would be able to do on Alwalkeria when I started doing it, but then I had done most of it and I had the video planned out. So sorry, it is a bit of a shorter one, but you know, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to be doing more in-depth ones about dinosaurs we know more about in the future. My next video should be a conspiracy video, and the one after that's another dinosaur, then a cryptid, then a dinosaur. That's kind of just the rhythm that I'm trying to get into. If you like this video, or if you have anything you want to say that I might have missed about Alwalkeria, go ahead and hit me up in the comments. Like, subscribe, find me under Coby Thinks on any social media platform. That's my username everywhere, literally. Check me out on Twitch. Check out my merch channel, which will be the first link in the description, and all the links after that are going to be the sources that I used, which I had a lot of sources because I was trying to get more information, and all the sources said basically the same things that I've also relayed to you today. So, sorry, that is a bit of a disappointment. I don't have the funds to go on excavations to India and find more skeletons and then research them. So, as much as I would love for that to be what these videos are, they're just me sitting in my bedroom at 1:30 in the morning with Rockstar in a coffee mug, just kind of living my life. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm looking forward to see if there are any more discoveries about Alwalkeria, because so far it seems like just a fun little dude. But that is going to be everything for today, so hasta la pasta. I'll see you next time.